one of the main points I want to make for this commission is that some of the greatest tragedies in Africa have come about through what I call surrogate war. Surrogate war. Now, sometimes you have a situation in an African country that is so bad that the people feel justified in rising up against a ruler. Look at Zimbabwe today, for example. It's so bad that they are totally justified. The situation in Angola was similar. But sometimes there's no reason to have a war. And sometimes these wars are started by outside powers who want to change the regime for their own purposes. And this is the case of Liberia. Now, a lot of people were opposed to Samuel Doe. They felt he should go. A lot of Liberians, both inside Liberia and outside Liberia. And I agree that I think he was not a suitable president for that country. They needed a free and fair election to get the right people in office. But that did not justify a war which totally destroyed the whole country. I remember talking to Taylor on a satellite phone, and I said, one thing I want you to do, promise me, is you will not destroy the infrastructure. You had a dam which supplied electricity to Monrovia, you had all sorts of things, you had all sorts of communication stations, and he said, I will not touch the infrastructure. But by the time the war was over, the infrastructure was totally destroyed. There's no electricity in Monrovia because the dam it doesn't exist anymore. So why did these outside countries start this war? There would not have been a war in Liberia without these outside powers. I asked Houphouët, and he said, I never heard of it. But he's the one who financed it and provided all the training and selected Charles Taylor. In 1991, I went to the first Sullivan Summit in Abidjan, and I met with the president of Burkina Faso. I said, well, I understand you supplied arms to Charles Taylor and helped him start this war. He said, yes, I did. And I said, why did you do that? He said, well, he was a horrible leader. He was corrupt. He was stealing everything. He had to go. I said, but look what happened. The country was destroyed. He said, well, we expected the war to be over in 30 days. Charles Taylor would take power, and that would be it, and Liberia would see a new day. I said, well, it didn't work out that way. The war is still going on, and it's terrible. He said, yes, I'm sorry I did it. I really am sorry I did it. And I said, well, at least now, 2 years later, will you stop supplying arms to Charles Taylor so that ecomog can bring about a peacekeeping operation and bring about elections? He says, yes, I will stop sending arms. But he never did stop. He kept going because he had an investment in Charles Taylor, and he wanted absolutely Charles Taylor to win.